Well, hello, 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 and welcome to me. You have found the tree hive in the sky, sweet one. Come on in a little closer. We're gonna do a little reading this night about the Moonology book. You're here with your happiness navigator, pollinator of positivity. Yes, that's me, your shape-shifting woman wizard, Melissa Mojo B. Dharma the Reiki Master Kitty here as well. And we're going to get into the second part of reading the Moonology book by Yasmin Boland, Working with the Magic of Lunar Cycles. And right now we are in the new moon. Today, as a matter of fact, here, whenever this finds you, the energy will be for you. So it means that new things are being started. We're planting new ideas. We are fully we've gone really into forgiveness, and we have deep dived all our feelings so that we could make new the earth and plant a new garden. So that's where we're at with the new moon. Dharma causing a ruckus, a little ruckus. Hello, everyone. Welcome in as everyone buzzes in. So yesterday we got to, good evening to you. Hi, Mitchell. Welcome into the Treehive in the sky. We're here in magical Toronto City overlooking lovely Lake Ontario. I've got my reading glasses on. The shapeshifter is in her studious mode at the moment, and we're all diving into what new moons are all about and working with new moon magic. And so I love to think of it as the time to plant seeds in the garden. And actually, if you look at the Farmer's Almanac and such, they would actually base their planting schedules on that very thing, wouldn't they, Dharma? This is Dharma. Welcome. And so yesterday we got into part 1. You can go back and look at that because it's in the live section of the Mojo and Magic channel. Explore that channel. There's lots of great playlists in there and videos and messages. So buzz into the channel, and yesterday under the live tab, you'll find part 1 of Moonology and all about the new moon. So we also had a bonus card reading and unboxing, didn't we, yesterday, Darla? So today we're going to get into part 2 because it got a little bit long yesterday. If you want to get directly into yesterday's live and get into the moon part, skip about halfway in, skip the card reading, and we'll just go over quickly what the golden rules were for new moon wishing. Is it wishing? Is it intentions? We talked about that. It isn't AI, that's for sure. It's really, really me. I'm just going to move this light a little bit. We'll just get low light and just relax. Everyone just relax. Let's get cozy. Dharma's on a little travel into whatever portal Dharma's portaling into. And we're going to get reading about the new moon wishing, the golden rules of that. We'll go into it quickly. And we deep dived it yesterday, so go check it out. It says, do wish for anything you want. If you really want it, then part of that is the magic. It's that passion, right? So I'm gonna bring you a little bit closer. The passion of feeling like what we want and feeling into it. So part of the new moon magic is also really getting into, the sensory perception. Like, what does it feel like when you already have it? So that's a big part of the magic there, isn't it, Dharma? Dharma's coming back around. Okay, so then it says take baby steps. That's the second rule. Do wish for a feeling. So what would it feel like to have all of your wishes so desired? Maybe we still want just a little bit more light. I am reading after all. How about that? Is that about perfect? That's about perfect. Yay. Okay, so it says wish for the feeling, right? Wish for if you're wishing for confidence. So if we're wanting to be successful in something, perhaps it's confidence that we're really looking for. If we're wanting to feel family and not lonely, perhaps it's satisfaction that we're looking for that feeling. So what would give us satisfaction, and how can we already feel it? That is a big part of this magic. It says don't wish for a specific person. It's saying everyone has free will, right? So we wouldn't want to cast a love spell. We would want to ask for the feeling of reciprocal love, for example. And don't wish for someone to change. Yes, it's up to them to change. Now, we can have good intentions to change how we interact with people. That can be on our list. So, do believe you're worthy of your wishes. What else do we have? Do meditate and do work with the law of intention and desire. So it's talking about the future is created in the present, and think about what you do want, not what you don't want. Hi, I'd love to shout you out. Can you give me your name? I can call you Savstar for now. I love to shout everybody out, and I love to read your comments and comment back, especially if you come back after the lives are over, because YouTube deletes my live stream chats for some reason. But I do love to answer all of the comments that are left afterwards and shout you out and send you a special blast of cosmic rainbow energy, because yeah, we didn't even talk about that this time yet. I am a Reiki Master teacher, certified and well trained. I am part of the lineage. I can trace it all the way back. And I also have this modality that has sort of been given to me. And it was really a lot based around the rainbow of the chakra colors. So as I was doing these treatments, specifically distance Reiki treatments, I was focusing on the color. So for the third eye, it's like indigo blue. For the crown, it's purple. And I started to have this intuitive intention to ask what would maybe appear in that color. So in the cosmic blue, I might see like a whale. And then up in the purple, I might see a bunch of grapes. And so I would ask myself, what does that mean? And after time, it developed into an ability to actually channel big messages. So now when I do a create session for you, or what would be called a distance Reiki session, I actually am able to channel this magical manifesto that's just for you, that's from spirit, that's from that energy, that this cosmic rainbow energy, and it activates, transmutes, and evolves, which is the acronym CREATE. So we go through these rainbow colors and these messages come out. And so now they've poured into a channel, like a vocal channel. So I speak it into text, and then you get the text and you get to keep it forever. So, yeah. Okay. Let's get back into this. It does talk about how to meditate in 10 easy steps. Do we want to get into that? We talked about do release attachment to your wishes. And we're going to get right into new moon wishing step by step. It is a new moon right at this very moment, as a matter of fact. Did you know this? It's a magical new moon in Aries. So we're going to get right into it today. And the new moon in Aries is like the new moon in the Zodiac, which is really exciting. So this is like the new year actually of the Zodiac. So it's all about fire and new beginnings, letting go of the old so we can bring in the new and really start things firing off. Okay. So I think we'll leave the meditate in 10 easy steps to perhaps another time. If you're interested in that, let me know and we'll do a special little broadcast just about that. Until then, we'll get right into how to make new moon wishes. Or intentions. You might prefer to think of it as intentions. I kind of do, or a mix of both. So as soon as possible after the monthly new moon, ideally up to 8 hours after it, but up to 3 days is okay. So we are right now, whenever you find this, you're in the energy with us of that. We're right in it, in the 8 hours after it. So up to 3 days is okay. It's absolutely perfect. In fact, anytime we wanted to work with this energy, we can actually call it in, because time is not that linear. So whenever you're finding this message is actually the perfect time for you to start anew and start maybe working with the magic of the new moon. And so we have new moon wishing step by step. Let's get into it. Let's take a moment to feel gratitude for all that is good in our lives. Oh, let's have a sip of our water while we're at it. I love to remind us to drink water and also to magic charge it just simply by saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I'm saying that to you too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Feel that. All broadcasts here have this intention for peace, protection, and prosperity for thee and thine loved ones. So anytime you see me, these little dimples here, Melissa Mojo B or Mojo Magic, you know you are getting some Reiki magic, some cosmic rainbow energy, and love from my heart to yours. And we're going to get right into feeling gratitude about all that's good in our lives and thinking, let's cheers to that, about people and situations that make us happiest. Write down the 5 to 10 people or things that make you happy and or for which you've been grateful for in the past month. Send love to all the people whose names appear on the list. Yay! Can you think of some people that you really want to send some love to? Let's do it together. Let's do it together. Ready? This is the love spell. The love spell for all our fellow wizards. All those people who bring a little joy and a little love. And even those teachers, the ones that teach us difficult lessons. The ones in our lives that we may have so-called difficult relationships with, or ones that perhaps aren't even here. But let's give gratitude to all of them because they're all a part of our perfect story, of which we are all the hero of, right? Our own story. So let's send that love out. Big blast of love, couple of more breaths in that gratitude spell, which is a big way to bring in new moon manifestation. Okay, awesome. Shake off anything that's not serving as we bring in all this brand new fresh energy. It says play some lovely spiritual music. I was talking yesterday about Kelly Howell and Brain Sync, which is binaural beats. It's not exactly music, but also go check out the playlists in the Mojo and Magic channel, and there are some awesome relaxing soundtracks and magical story times in there as well. But for this, some lovely music, something calm, something instrumental, something that makes you feel joyful and calm, and center yourself by taking a few deep cleansing breaths. Decide on a top 10 or 11 wishes and intentions for the coming 4 weeks until we get to the full moon. See, this is how it works. We start at the new moon and we complete at the full moon, and this is that cycle that we get to participate in monthly. Also, decide what you can commit to doing in order to make your wishes come true. And this is especially true during Aries season. So this is like the time that, if we're looking at it being the Zodiac new year, if we were making New Year's resolutions or things that we want to commit to, what would we commit bravely to? What action steps would we take in the Ram, in the Aries, in the new year of the Zodiac? What exactly, if we had 11 wishes and or intentions, what would they be? It says be specific or as vague as you like. Now, personally, I think you want to get into the feeling as much as possible. So you would like to get as clear as you can about these 10 wishes and intentions, okay? And then it's saying write down or doodle those top 10 wishes. I'm going to say 11. I just love the number 11 on a sheet of paper. You can use regular blue or black ink pen to do this, or try colored pens or pencils. The more energy you invest in the process, the better your results are likely to be. So doodle away those wishes, those intentions, what you would like to see in your world, in your imagination, in the world that you would create. What would it look like? And start doodling these 11 wishes, these 11 intentions, and then read these wishes through one by one. And this is the crucial step. Visualize each wish as having come true, right? So it's like we want to feel it to be it. Use your imagination to really see it, and then try to imagine how you would or will feel if and when these wishes come true. Hold the feelings, feel the feelings, the passion. They are what make the magic. Imagine the joy you would feel. So we were asking, what would the feeling be that we want to feel? Not necessarily the thing that we would like to happen, but what is the feeling that we're looking for? So let's start to feel that feeling already. So if it's confidence, let's feel it. Fake it to make it's okay. You know, I mean, it's not really fake, because it's like Yoda said, there is no try, there is only do or do not. So as we're doing it, it is happening. So feel the outcome in your body. Feel what it's like for your wish to come true. What does it feel like? Does it feel good? You think it feels good when our wishes come true? Of course. So let's feel it already. Let's feel into what do you want to feel? You want to feel satisfied? Do you want to feel secure? Do you want to feel confident? Do you want to feel loved? Then let's feel it. Let's feel into it now. Let's feel it like it's here, and then watch it appear. Feel it like it's here and watch it appear. Feel it like it's here and watch it appear. See, that's a little rhyming message we just found. Come up with an affirmation that backs up your wish and write that down too. For example, you could write, I am in love, if you're wishing for love, or I love my new job. Just like we said, I love you to our water, right? We say, I love you, I love you, I love you, and it's already happening. And it's loving us back as well. If you want to make a career change, I love my new job. If you want to make a career change, spend a fair bit of time writing out your affirmations. Then look at each wish on the list and give it a mark out of 100 based on how likely it is to come true. Be really honest with yourself. The percentage you award to each dream or wish is pretty much the likelihood of it coming true. So if you give a wish 60 out of 100, it has about a 60% chance of manifesting. If you give less than 50% to any of your wishes, those are the ones where you need to work extra hard on your beliefs, because we have to believe that we can have it in order to have it. That was part of yesterday's lesson. So if you want to get into that deep dive, go back to part 1 of New Moon with Moonology. And so this is a bit of a lot for me. I personally like to simplify rituals and make them less. I'm not so much into the math or giving things, but this is really interesting to look at, right? So we can look at this person's way of, and this person is, this is like quite a best-selling book, and this person knows a lot about moon manifestation. So we can definitely listen. As far as for me to say, like, am I going to give the likelihood a percentage? I'm not really going to do that part, but that's maybe you really want to, and maybe it's a great idea. It's just not for me. So anyways, then she's saying part 8. See, this is like a lot for me. I'll give you a real simple new moon manifestation technique. We'll maybe talk about that next time. So let's go through in this particular ritual. We go through each wish in turn and think about how we intend to make it happen. For example, if your wish is to find a new job, your first step towards that could be to ask around, or to go to the adverts on job sites, or to make a poster, etc. If you want to meet a partner, 2 obvious first steps would be to ask friends to set you up with someone, or to join an online dating site. Write down how you intend to achieve each wish. So it's sort of marrying this wish part with the action steps, which is so key, because as much as we want to say think positively, I am your pollinator of positivity after all, the thing is that that alone doesn't make it happen. We have to have aligned action along with a positive mental attitude, PMA, as my friend was calling it recently. Shout out to him for that. Finally, meditate for 15 minutes. Release your dreams out into the universe. And it says she has a meditation guide above, and you can access some post meditation audio at moonologybook.com/meditation. So there you go. End the meditation by releasing attachment to your wishes. Do this. You can say for the good of all or not at all. I like to say this or better or this or greater, so mote it be. Or say something, she's saying this or something better now manifest for me under grace and perfect ways. However you want to say it with a happy and confident flourish and feel as though it's happening, or at the very least strongly anticipate it, right? Curiouser and excitable. And then get on with the rest of the week, safe in the knowledge that you've expressed your wishes to the universe. Do everything you can to make them come true. And at the next new moon, look at this wish list from the previous month. Read it over to see which, if any, came true. Then thank the universe. It's clear that one or two wishes, if it's clear that one or two wishes are no closer to coming true, consider revising them. Yeah, which ones have you gotten closer to? So our summary here is write down the top 10 wishes. Thank you. And then visualize and feel your wishes in your body. Write down an affirmation to support them. Write down how you intend to work towards making each wish happen. Meditate, then release attachment to your wishes by saying for the good of all or not at all, or this or greater, so mote it be. And we touched on this because actually Tunes Talkin' Tarot Tuesday live, I already thought it was the new moon, so we were kind of ahead of time, and we were looking at focus. And it's saying if we really want something, commit to doing at least 68 seconds of full-on visualization and the feeling of having it every day or twice a day. So you would do that for 68 seconds twice a day if possible, and you will surely start to create it. A really effective way to do this is to write the affirmation lines, a bit like in the old days when school kids were made to write the same sentence over and over again. Write out your affirmation dozens of times. So I did see something, a fairly quick ritual that you can do at the new moon is write that affirmation. So if you wanted it to be like you wanted to feel in a reciprocal love, you would say, I'm so grateful for this feeling of absolute reciprocal love and belonging that I have. And you would write that again and again. So if you wanted to do 11 manifestations, you would pick probably the top one and just write an affirmation for that one and do that 11 times, up twice a day, which would be 22 times, ideally in this one ritual I was reading. So write it down like that 11 times, like it's like saying the school, like when school kids were meant to remember something, it gets it into our subconscious. Okay, what else now? Let's get into what's this? So we have, let's see. Okay, so we're gonna just do a couple examples. We'll do you want to lose weight or get fit. So you could say, I wish to drop to whatever pounds, or I wish to be in top physical condition. And the visualization could be seeing yourself wearing your clothes in your ideal size, feeling perfectly comfortable in your skin, imagining yourself out with friends, dressed in clothes you'd love to wear, noticing how you feel both energetically and spiritually, so light and agile. Your affirmations could be, I'm so excited to have lost these pounds. I'm loving my new figure. I'm feeling fit. I am the perfect size for me. I am in my ideal body. And then your intention or commitment could be, I intend to exercise for at least 20 minutes every day. I intend to eat smaller portions at meal times. I commit to eating healthier food. I'm not going to eat after 7 p.m. That's a good one for me. Snacking on healthy stuff, right? Fruits and nuts and things. I'm pretty good at that. But sometimes we like those other sweets and stuff. So we can, that's a good, let's do one, we'll do one more example. You'd like to achieve success at work. Your wish could be, I wish to find a great internship that will start my career, or I wish to find a great new job, or I wish to own and run my own company. Your visualization could be seeing yourself behaving with confidence in a job interview. Imagine yourself walking through the front door of the company of your dreams, already having that job, seeing yourself performing tasks associated with your ideal job with ease and grace, noticing how you feel both energetically and spiritually, and tasting the joy and passion. Your affirmation could be, I'm so excited to have found this ideal job. I'm loving my new job. I'm so good at my new job. Or if it's a business, right? I'm loving how many clients I'm bringing in. I'm loving that I'm finding the ideal clients. I'm loving that I'm getting paid my worth and my value because I'm high value. Your intention or commitment could be, I intend to look on job sites for a position that is perfect for me. You could say, I'll polish my CV. That's what they call it in the UK. Your resume, and update my wardrobe so I will impress in interviews, and I intend to research company X before I apply for a job there. If it's finding clients, it's saying something like, I'm gonna go post on social media X amount of times a week. I'm gonna give this value and create packages that are of value, and I'm gonna find those ideal clients. I'm gonna go put posters out in my local area so that I can find my own community here in my area, going and networking with other people who are of the same nature. I commit to spending a few minutes every day visualizing myself working in the job of my choice, or, really, is it a job if we love it, right? So being able to get paid to exist doing what we love. Mind, body, spirit. That's the crux of it. Think it in your mind, feel it in your body, revel in it in your spirit. Already feel the joy of it, and that is the magic. See that? So this is the thing about happiness navigation. We can have poverty and still focus, because it's not hocus pocus. It's focus on what we have, on the wealth that we already have, on the fact that we can just drink water just like that. Cheers to that. That we can light a candle, that we can read a book, and that we can share it. So many things to be thankful about. So it's saying, what to do with your list afterwards. Anything you like. It says some people like to keep them, some people like to burn them. She says, I do quite like this idea. It's quite dramatic. Moreover, it said that when we burn our wish list, we release the energy into the ether where they can be transmuted into reality. To me, this makes total sense on an energetic level. My nose is itching, so that could be a sign that is definitely a powerful way to go with that. And we do love having new moon and full moon fires where we let it go into the fire. Nothing says release attachment to my new moon wish list like burning the list. If you do decide to burn it, do it over the kitchen sink so you don't set fire to the house in the process, or outside, far away from everything. You can rip up your list, which has the effects of making you forget your wishes once you've made them. However, she is saying she writes her wishes in a little booklet purely because I'm the kind of person who likes proof. There's nothing like finding some old new moon wishes in a notebook a few weeks, months, or even years later and seeing how many of them came true. And I've done that, and I do think there's value in keeping some of that. So maybe we want to make a list and let go of it and keep our little book. You can do both, right? We can do this and that. Can I make a wish for someone else? Yes, you can. However, there are two things to bear in mind. Why aren't you wishing for yourself? Is there truly nothing in your life that you want to create or improve? Do you feel that you aren't worthy of your wishes? That question needs to be answered. It's lovely to think of others, but also important to think of and honor ourselves. Secondly, we need to remember that we can make all the wishes we like for someone, but if it's not what they want or for themselves, there's nothing we could do to change that, nor should we try, which is absolutely true and wizardly advice. Of course, if you and a friend agree that you will make the same wishes for one or both of you, then that will amplify the power. So if we're thinking best intentions with our best people and we're sharing that, that's when two flames come together and the magic burns brighter. So it really is powerful to share wishes. That's not making a wish for someone else, that's sharing wishes together and then making them intentions, because as we speak them out loud and speak them to each other and share that intention, that's when it says where two or more are gathered together. So when two of us come together with that great intention, powerful things happen. All right, let's get is there anything else here? Yes, it's just talking about their group energy can really boost manifestation powers. This person, Yasmin Boland, often hosts new moon manifesting nights in whichever city I am in on the night that follows the new moon. You can find details of these on her site, www.moonology.com. You could throw a new moon wishing party on the night that follows the new moon. Ask a friend or a few friends to come over, serve up some snacks, and then follow, some moon magic rituals. And then it talks about, does personal astrology affect our wishes? And it's saying, yeah, one thing is that our personal astrology can affect in different ways. So one thing it's saying is if you have sort of less self-belief because of certain things, that will be difficult. But there's also what they're talking about, that there's certain super moons that you, if you're a sun sign, say Gemini, which I am, so we'll go with that as an example, how that actually has its own new moon, which is its own superpower. So everybody, every sun sign, every rising sign has a new moon that is its optimum manifestation one. And for Gemini, it happens to be this one right here, the Aries new moon. So, okay, it's talking about planning our life with the new moon. So now that we know how to make wishes at the time of the new moon, that can and will change your life. But wait, there's more amazing work to be done at this moon phase. You can also tune into the new moon every month to get more in the cosmic flow. In other words, you can work with celestial energies. How the zodiac signs flavor the new moon. Each new moon falls in one sign of the zodiac or another, and as a result, each new moon acquires a certain flavor as it takes on the qualities of the sign. For example, Gemini is a very chatty sign, so when we get the new moon in Gemini, the vibe is chattier. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to focus on what we're saying, how well we're listening, how effectively we're getting our message across, and so on. And then it would talk about how new moon in Virgo has a real tidy up feel to it, a perfectionist, get organized. New moon in Capricorn is a great time to sort out career and ambitions, money. They're an ambitious sign, saying there's a full guide to the new moon in each sign coming up. But basically what we need to understand is that each new moon brings energies that we can use. Tuning into these energies is part of what it means to live consciously. Being aware of the energies tunes us into the cosmos. And so we're going to get into what's going on here in Aries. This is where we are right now. New moon in Aries. Let's dive into what's going on in this very moment. Hello. Hi there. How are you? Lovely to see you. So what would we do? What would we do? What are we doing? It's the new moon in Aries. It is the brand new baby new year of the Zodiac. and it is time to get clear. And number 1, it says take action. The new moon in Aries marks the start of the new moon cycle, since Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. The time for dreaming is over and the time to take action has come. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it too. You will have a clean slate when it comes to making your new moon wishes. If you've been lax about doing them or you've never done them before, this is the perfect time to start or get back on board. Number 2, make a 12-month plan. This is a wonderful time to make a plan for the year ahead. If you're attached, do one plan for yourself and another one for your partner as a couple. See, this is when we can come together. It's lovely. Doing one for work won't hurt either for how we plan to bring in the bling bling, a little more sparkle. Aries energy is really impulsive, so you might think it's too high energetically right now to make plans, but with a bit of discipline, anything is possible. The fiery, enthusiastic Aries energy is great for infusing your plans with drive and determination. Number 3, be courageous. If you've been too timid and need courage to move forward, we've talked a lot about courage here, so I think a lot of us are getting that pumped up solar plexus here. We're doing a little extra sparkle for that yellow, for that courage and the confidence. Confidence is courage in so many ways. Yeah, if we're looking at that, then include that in the wish list. Aries is connected to brave Mars, and the energies around the Aries new moon reflect this. Decide that you can be bolder in life and then work on it. Aries isn't so much bold and willing to just bowl into anything and everything without being overly cautious about the results. If you could use a bit more of this, they're not so much bold as they are just willing to just do it, just get in there without being overly cautious. If you could use a bit more of this impetuousness, oh, what a good word, impetuousness in your life, now is the time to incorporate it. Number 4, have some fun. You know, your happiness navigator, pollinator of positivity, is always here to remind us that sacred play is really important, and finding our joy and doing a little bit more of what makes us happy every day. So are you having enough fun, sweet one? Being spontaneous enough? Think about it, and if the answer is no, then determine that over the coming weeks you will make more time for fun. Yes. Aries is the child of the zodiac, and now is a good time to remind ourselves to connect with our inner child and the inner children of those around us. So let's make some play dates, shall we? Number 5, focus on you. This is also a time for some focus on yourself and what you need, where you're going, and so on. If you give yourself, your wardrobe, and your website just one makeover a year, do it now. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that on so many levels. I was just saying to Jen today that I was going to go through my clothes and just pitch a bunch of stuff. And also I've been looking at going over the website too and simplifying it a bit. So go over there and check it out before I do simplify it over at www.mojoandmagic.com. See what offerings they are before a few of them disappear, because there's a lot going on over there with your multi-passionate magic maker. And don't forget to subscribe here to explore the Mojo and Magic channel and hit that bell, set it to all, so that you can find me when I fly in from wherever this little pollinator of positivity might be buzzing. Okay, so do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Whatever it is, do it now and do it good. Aries is traditionally the starting sign, not least because it is the child of the zodiac. It is filled with vim and vigor as it prepares to bust out of the starting gate, and it's not going to worry about going too fast. It just does. Action stations. Okay, so that's new moon in Aries. And so there's like the next one will be the new moon in Taurus. That'll be next month. So we'll read that out for next month's new moon. But for now, let's zip forward to this part, which I thought was very interesting. It's a little bit deeper, but it's talking about how we all have a star sign, which is your sun sign. That's the one that you look up when you go look at your horoscope in the paper we used to, right? But this is actually deeply looking at if you're, so Gemini right now, I'm Gemini, and the new moon is in Aries. So it's in the 11th house for me. And I can go forward into this little guide here, and it's going to say what's working on. If you're here right now, drop your sun sign, the one that you'd look up for your horoscope. And so there's 3 major things that we would all know. That would be our sun sign, our moon sign, and our rising sign or our ascendant. But really, generally, just like so many things in this world, the way it is right now, we're only focused on one aspect, which would be the masculine aspect, which would be the sun. However, there's the moon side of ourselves, and then there's the rising sign or the ascendant sign, which is kind of where we're going to in this life. So really interesting to look at all 3. In this, we're just going to look at our sun sign, the one that we usually look at. So for me, it's in the 11th house. And if you put what yours is, then I'll read yours. So let's read about the new moon in 11th house, because I think I already popped that in here so I can look it up. Yes, for me, it's all about friends and social networks and your hopes and dreams. And for me, what to expect is a chance for a wish to come true or a friendship to blossom. And what to wish for, anything I want. What to visualize, myself with my wish coming true, surrounded by friends. Yay. Idea to keep in mind, there's no need to go through life alone. If you're spiritually evolved enough to be reading this, you're able to go out into the world and make friends. The 11th house brings to mind the expression, no man or woman is an island. This is a good message for me just at the moment. And they're saying that the new moon in Aries is the master super wish manifester time for Gemini. So that means that for right now, for me to really focus on this 11th house, that's my sun sign, that this is about community, right? And finding our good vibes tribe. The messages is that there's 2 main focuses for me this month. The first is on hopes and dreams. It said that when the sun moves through your 11th house, as it's doing now, your powers of wishing are supercharged. In other words, be extra careful of what you wish for now, because you just might get it. The other focus will be on your friends and the networks and groups you belong to. How confident do you feel about your place within those groups? Or do we even have them? Are our needs being met? And if they're not, what can I do about it? Because this one's for me. New friends are, unless you're a Gemini too, and then it's for you also. New friends are extra likely to come into life now. And then it's saying meditation booster. The friendly people find the friendly people every time. That's a little affirmation. The friendly people find the friendly people every time. I like it. Ritual. Throw a party at your place. Yes, this is a valid ritual. Do it consciously. Maybe a little time to have a balcony party here at the Treehive in the sky. Sign up for an evening class, something you've always wanted to do. Ask your friends to introduce you to friends of theirs you've never met. Wish on a star every night for a month. Oh, I love that. Introduce a childhood pal to a friend from your life now. Interesting. Say hi to someone you see nearly every day but never speak to. I can't think of someone that I wouldn't speak to that I see daily. I would always speak to them. Thank your best friend for being there for you. Yay. Love you. All right, so I know we have Libra in the house. Let's see what Libra is. It's the 7th house. Let's see what the 7th house is. This is for the new moon in Aries, Libra is in the 7th house. Wait. There it is. Okay, new moon in the 7th house, also known as your love zone. It's all about love and marriage, relationships, business partnerships, friends and foes. What to expect. Issues related to love and relationships to come up, hopefully for sorting out. What to wish for. The best relationships you can have with all the people you know. What to visualize. See yourself face to face and palm to palm with someone you love or are in conflict with. Interesting. Idea to keep in mind. I am you and you are me. We are all one. Even though the 7th house is about our most important relationships, use this month to contemplate the idea that underneath all the egos and differences, we're all one We're all connected to all life everywhere. It's a month to clean up your relationships. Messages. Your beloved, past, present, or potential, is in focus at the time of this new moon. Now is the time to think about all your relationships. If you're attached, what can you do to make your love brand new? Do you still need to let go of a bit of the past? How confident do you feel about your love skills? This is really key when we're talking about that love, the love skill. There is a skill to love. There is a commitment to caring and connection that is so required and is so a skill, and it's so magical when two people work on it together. Now's the time to go out on a blind date if you're not in love and not having any luck with meeting someone new. So just try something different, or just maybe walk up to somebody and just say, "Hey, do you want to go get coffee?" If you're having a feel. If you can't let go of the past, call up your ex if it feels right for a chat and closure. See if you can work with your lover, past or present, now, as the 7th house is all about balance, cooperation, and doing what's right. This is for the Libra, ascending or sun sign. Meditation booster. Recite the following sentence before you start your regular meditation. I'll do what I know I need to do to feel more confident about love. Ritual. Send a love note to someone you love. Sweet. Things to do. Go through your old love letters. Get rid of at least some of them. Who's keeping so many love letters? Lucky. If you're single and feeling very brave, try online dating, or like I said, maybe just walk up to someone old school, like, and be like, "Hey, do you want to go for a walk?" Ask your mom or dad about their ideas on how to make love work. Or if you're a mom or dad, ask your kids on their ideas about how to make love work. Recommit to your partner. If you hurt a past lover or someone in a relationship, admitting we were wrong and apologizing to them. Making a list of qualities we look for in a partner and, again, appreciating them, especially if we already have them. If you're already attached, play matchmaker for a friend. Top 3 affirmations during this new moon and in the coming 4 weeks for Libra, rising or sun signs is I love you and I love me. Number 2, I'm easy to get along with. All my relationships are harmonious. Number 3, I am free of the past. My relationships are now resolving themselves. And the essential oil of jasmine is recommended for opening up the heart chakra. You can dab a few drops around the area of your heart chakra in the middle of the chest. Put a little bit in the bath or put it in a diffuser, especially before meditating. Whoa, how is this one so long? Maybe I missed a bit on the Gemini one. Numerological energy. This month's number is 7. This is for the Libra, a new moon in Aries. That of the seeker, the thinker, and the person who needs to find things out for themselves. When you're in this cycle, seek the truth in all your relationships and situations, personal and professional. If you suspect things aren't as they seem, then this is the cycle to investigate. There's a lot here, so I'm just gonna, let's see where we're going. Okay, I think so. If anyone sees this and you would like to know about what you would be working on for the new moon, comment your sun sign or rising sign or both, and I will get back to you with the basics of what it's saying for you. So just comment Leo, or comment Cancer, or comment Sagittarius, etc., etc., and then I'll just drop in the comments the basics of what it's telling us for that. Okay, now where are we from here? It's saying, let's see, we're getting to the end of it. We certainly are. Okay. Yeah, so we've pretty much made it. We now have all we need in order to work with the new moon. In this section, we have learned that manifesting in tune with the new moon supercharges dreams and wishes. What the new moon through all the 12 signs means and what the new moon through all 12 houses would mean for us personally. So it is quite like each new moon has its own theme, its flavor, as it said, and then the new moon in each of our signs also has a different effect. So really interesting, really quite the amazing deep dive. We're going to keep coming back with this book in the next while. So we're going to actually go through all 8 phases of the moon this month on the live streams. We'll just fly in as they're happening and we'll do a little read about what's happening. So this is the new moon, and then there will be the next phase in 3 to 7 days. I guess it's starting in three days from now. So we'll get into that in 3 days. And in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell and all that, because guess what? You never know when I'm flying in or what I'm up to, but I am always loving you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. Don't forget to have another sip of your water. A really good sip this time. Wonderful. An extra special blast of cosmic rainbow energy for you. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.